Good morning. Thank you for hanging around on Thursday. Scott, thanks for the nice introduction. And special thanks to the LSI team for this great event these past 3 days. It's been a nice respite from Zoom. So this has been great. So as Scott said, my name is Patrick O'Donnell. I'm the CEO of HD LifeSciences. HD LifeSciences is a leading innovator in next-generation 3D printed titanium technology. We're an early commercial stage company, and we market our proprietary NanoHive portfolio of implants and instruments in the currently in the U.S. spinal market. The company is embarking upon a Series A growth capital raise right now. So for those of you that might not be familiar with spinal fusion cages specifically, the cages are used as structural support after the disc is removed between the vertebra until the fusion takes in the patient. And in the cage and around the cage, bone, autograft bone, or bone graft stimulants are placed in the disc space as well to expedite fusion. So our product is our portfolio is a next generation titanium offering. What is distinctive and distinguishes our technology from the other products in the market, the competitors, is our NanoHive-Soft titanium brand. And specifically what that is a proprietary, highly innovative rhombic dodecahedron lattice design that is very strong. And because of its strength, we have the industry's only independent end plates in our, on our cages. Other cages would have vertical struts or structural struts holding up those end plates, but it's our lattice that holds up our end plates. And the benefit of this is reduced modulus of elasticity. The implant is less stiff, so this is an exaggeration, but that helps put the bone that's in that disc space under load. This lattice design optimizes the ingrowth in that the cages now can be over 70% porous, allowing for osteoblastic or cellular and bone ingrowth into and through the cage. We use a low-density titanium that improves the visibility or visualization of the cage. So what that allows the surgeon intraoperatively to make sure that he has a safe positioning of the cage, but postoperatively it gives him better visualization of the fusion taking place over time. And then as a final step in our production, we do a specialized proprietary surface texturing that essentially roughens the titanium so that it stimulates osteoblastic activity. Collectively, these four features improve the pathway to fusion over other technologies in the market. And this being the $6.6 billion U.S. spine market, specifically the $2 billion interbody fusion cage market, and our segment within that market is the titanium cage market, which is a $666 million served market, but one of the fastest growing segments in interbody fusion with a 12.7% CAGR. So not only is it a big market, but it's a very active market. In fact, just over the last 2 years, 3 companies, Medtronic, DePuy, and Stryker, have acquired 3D printed titanium cage companies or companies with those products in their portfolio. There's numerous other companies that are either participating in this space or this segment or are right now planning to participate in this segment to fill a gap in their portfolio. So what that means to me, to us, is there's several or a large pool of potential strategic partners from a distribution standpoint, but we also foresee that we're a very nice tuck-in opportunity for several of these organizations. The company, and this is what attracted me to the company, has a very strong intellectual property portfolio, an innovative portfolio with 17 granted and pending U.S. patents, as well as international patents that really center around 5 areas: that innovative rhombic dodecahedron lattice design, improved imaging, the use of devices in orthopedic applications. So in addition to spine, products can be developed to pursue other segments of orthopedics, the modulus elasticity, and the bony ingrowth. So a very strong IP portfolio. Add to that, we outsource all our production and manufacturing to our partners who are industry-leading contract manufacturing organizations. The benefit of that to us is this is a very capital efficient and immediately scalable model. It allows for low overhead. Currently, I'd argue that our overhead is a little too low for the growth that we're trying to achieve. Very nice margins, even after we pay the salespeople, in a space where we enjoy healthy average selling price still. So I started with the company this past January, and the founders of the company did a very nice job bringing a clever technology to the market and taking the company from point A to point B. I'm brought in to take the company from point B forward, and one of the first things amongst several things that I did over these past few months was build the roadmap for the organization and where we're going to go over these next few years. One of the immediate things I noticed is that we didn't have anybody in marketing, and there was not anybody in marketing. The strategy was really to be the best kept secret, not a great marketing strategy. So we have brought in a veteran from the spine industry to lead our marketing team and start to implement the traditional, what I call the traditional strategic and tactical marketing initiatives, but also to expand our co-marketing relationships with companies that have synergistic technologies, both to help improve our brand equity, but also to improve access to new surgeons. And so new surgeon acquisition is really part of this next important step in our strategy and use of proceeds to increase our base business. And we plan to increase our base business in addition to these co-marketing arrangements through expanding our current independent distribution channel, as well as expand our strategic relationships and distribution agreements that we have with other organizations globally. Additionally, we plan to add engineers to our team and build out our R&D team, primarily to increase the pace of product development, advance our innovation, or otherwise leverage our IP more effectively, improve our responsiveness to our surgeons and their special needs and requests, but also to start to develop products outside of the spine segment in other segments of orthopedics. You might envision foot and ankle and trauma being amongst the first ideal places to start. And over the next 24 months, the immediate strategy is to introduce several new spine products to fill out our portfolio and to make sure we're competitive with our implants, but not only with our implants, but improve our instruments so that we are properly positioned from a leadership standpoint to participate in these minimally invasive procedures, to have tools that can deliver our implants in minimally invasive procedures, these procedures that are migrating at a rapid pace from inpatient facilities to ambulatory care and surgery centers. And then to start the process of our next generation, what we call Hive product portfolio. So this gives you an idea, as I mentioned, that we are commercial currently. Gives you an idea that we are already playing in some of the largest segments of in the interbody fusion procedural space, and the capital will go towards developing and introducing products that we already have designs and concepts and patents around to ensure that we're participating in bringing products into the fastest growing trending segments of interbody fusion, including expandable cages and lateral cages. So in addition to bringing in a new veteran on the marketing side, we've also added a new veteran to the team on the sales side. When I started with the company, another observation was that the commercial strategy was really not scalable or otherwise not structured for the type of growth that we needed. So we've changed that strategy, and based on the projections, which I consider quite conservative, frankly, we're projecting 60% year-over-year growth. And as you can see by the chart on the right, much of this growth is coming from these new products. So they're really important to our strategy. So in the past few months, we've revamped the management team with veterans who have done the jobs we're asking them to do thrice before successfully, with big organizations and small organizations in the spine space. And in summary, we're starting to raise our Series A growth capital. Up to this point, the company has $4.2 million into it, somewhat amazingly, frankly. And this is an execution play. So the proceeds will go towards not only day-to-day operations, but the development of global commercial operations, as well as funding and driving new product development and market introductions. 3 best-in-class new products over the next few years and into spine, but also starting to enter other segments of orthopedics. We will be CE Mark submission ready at this point next year. This is a highly innovative blocking patent portfolio within a big and active market, and we have a veteran leadership team to execute upon this strategy. So thank you very much for your time this morning.